Seniors. 4 cheeses to eat, and 4 to avoid immediately. Being over 60 means that even something as simple as the cheese you choose for your plate can significantly influence your health, happiness, and independence. Imagine this. You're at a family brunch. The table is covered with breads, fruits, and a tempting cheese platter. You reach for a slice, not knowing that this small act could either help you stay active and sharp for years to come, or quietly set you on a path toward heart trouble, memory loss, or aching joints. It sounds dramatic, but science is clear. After 60, the right cheese can be your ally, and the wrong one can be your enemy. Let's start with a real-life story. My neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, always loved cheese. In her 50s, she'd snack on whatever was in the fridge: cheddar, blue cheese, even processed cheese slices. But after her 65th birthday, she started feeling more tired, her blood pressure crept up, and her doctor warned her about her cholesterol. She thought she'd have to give up cheese forever. But with a few smart swaps, she not only kept cheese in her life, she actually felt better, had more energy, and even improved her memory. How? By learning which cheeses to embrace and which to avoid. A major study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating the wrong cheeses can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 40%. That's not just a number. It's the difference between enjoying your retirement and spending it in doctors' offices. Imagine a group of 10 friends at your next birthday party. 4 of them could face heart issues, not because of fate, but because of what's on their cheese board. The main culprits? Saturated fats and sodium, which over time silently build up in your arteries, narrowing them like a clogged pipe. At first, you might just feel a little more tired after a walk or notice your blood pressure creeping up. But inside, your heart is working harder, and your risk of a mini stroke, what doctors call a transient ischemic attack, is rising. What's even more surprising is that the cheeses most likely to cause harm are often the ones we trust the most. They're sold as gourmet, artisanal, or even healthy. You see them at weddings, on Instagram, and in glossy food magazines. But clever marketing can't change the science. Some cheeses are ticking time bombs for your heart, brain, and metabolism. And the risks go far beyond cholesterol. Certain cheeses can speed up memory loss, make it harder to control your blood sugar, and trigger inflammation, the hidden spark behind arthritis, diabetes, and even some cancers. Let's make this real. Think about your daily habits. Maybe you love a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch, or you treat yourself to a creamy wedge of cheese on a cracker while watching TV. These small pleasures, which once seemed harmless, can become dangerous after 60, when your body's ability to process fats and salt drops dramatically. The same foods that brought comfort in your youth could now be quietly sabotaging your health. But here's the good news. Not all cheeses are created equal. Some can actually help you age better, protecting your heart, sharpening your mind, and keeping your bones strong. The key is knowing which to choose and how to enjoy them in ways that fit your lifestyle. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Share your city or country in the comments. And if you find this information helpful, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Now, let's explore the 4 cheeses that can become your allies after 60. And the 4 you should keep off your plate. Mozzarella, the gentle guardian. Let's begin with mozzarella, but not the rubbery, pre-shredded kind you find in plastic bags. I'm talking about fresh mozzarella, especially buffalo mozzarella, the kind that comes in soft white balls, floating in brine. If you've ever visited a traditional Italian market, you might have seen a cheesemaker stretching and shaping mozzarella by hand, the air filled with the scent of fresh milk. When you slice into a ball of buffalo mozzarella, the inside is moist and creamy, with a delicate, slightly tangy flavor that melts in your mouth. Why is mozzarella a superstar for seniors? First, it's made with just a handful of pure ingredients: water, buffalo milk, salt, rennet, and cultures. No artificial preservatives, no hidden chemicals, no unnecessary processing. This simplicity means you're getting a cheese that's rich in high-quality protein, essential for maintaining muscle mass as you age. Think about the last time you helped a grandchild ride a bike or carried groceries up the stairs. Strong muscles make these moments possible, and mozzarella can help you keep them. But mozzarella's benefits go further. It's naturally lower in sodium and saturated fat than most other cheeses. This is crucial because high sodium and saturated fat are two of the main drivers of high blood pressure and heart disease. Imagine preparing a caprese salad, slices of fresh mozzarella, juicy tomatoes, fragrant basil, and a drizzle of olive oil. Not only is it delicious, but it's also a heart-healthy meal that won't leave you feeling heavy or bloated. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who regularly ate fresh, low-salt cheeses like mozzarella had more flexible blood vessels and fewer arthritis flare-ups. This means less joint pain and a lower risk of heart attacks. The secret lies in mozzarella's high calcium-to-sodium ratio and its natural anti-inflammatory properties. If you've ever struggled with stiff knees or swollen fingers, switching to mozzarella could make a real difference. Mozzarella is also easier to digest than many cheeses thanks to its lower lactose content. As we age, our bodies often produce less lactase, the enzyme needed to break down lactose. If you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after eating cheese, mozzarella might be the answer. It's also packed with minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and selenium, which are vital for bone strength and immune function. Buffalo milk, in particular, is loaded with vitamin A and zinc, both of which support healthy vision and a robust immune system. For example, if you've noticed your eyesight isn't what it used to be, or you catch colds more easily, these nutrients can help. Mozzarella also contains bioactive peptides, natural compounds formed during fermentation that have been shown to lower blood pressure. Plus, it's a good source of conjugated linoleic acid, a fatty acid that helps your body burn fat and fight inflammation. If you suffer from chronic conditions like arthritis or joint pain, these benefits are especially important. And let's not forget versatility. Mozzarella can be enjoyed in countless ways, tossed into salads, melted over roasted vegetables, layered on whole-grain toast, or paired with fruit for a light dessert. It's satisfying but never overwhelming, making it a perfect daily staple for anyone looking to support their immune system, bones, and heart. Anecdote: Mrs. Thompson, my neighbor, started swapping her usual cheddar for fresh mozzarella in her salads. Within a few months, she noticed her joints felt less stiff in the morning, and her doctor was impressed by her improved blood pressure. Practical tip: next time you're at the store, look for mozzarella balls packed in water or brine, not the pre-shredded kind. Try making a simple salad with cherry tomatoes, fresh basil, and a splash of balsamic vinegar. You'll be amazed at how much flavor you get with so few ingredients, and your body will thank you. Feta, the tangy gut booster. Feta cheese is next, and it's a true Mediterranean treasure. If you've ever traveled to Greece, you might remember seeing blocks of feta soaking in barrels of brine, ready to be crumbled over a fresh salad. Feta's crumbly texture and tangy, salty flavor make it a favorite in kitchens around the world. But beyond taste, feta is a nutritional powerhouse for people over 60. Traditional feta is made from sheep's milk or a blend of sheep and goat milk, giving it a unique protein structure that's easier to digest than cow's milk cheeses. If you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after eating cheese, switching to feta might be the solution. Feta stands out for its impressive nutritional profile. It's lower in fat than creamy cheeses like brie or camembert, but still packed with calcium, protein, and vitamin B12. These nutrients are essential for keeping your bones strong, your nerves healthy, and your muscles functioning as you age. For example, if you enjoy walking, dancing, or swimming, getting enough calcium and protein helps prevent falls and fractures. One of feta's biggest advantages is its probiotic content. Probiotics are beneficial bacteria that support gut health, improve digestion, and boost your immune system. As we get older, our gut microbiome, the community of bacteria living in our intestines, tends to become less diverse, especially if we take medications or have chronic health conditions. Eating probiotic-rich foods like feta can help restore balance, reduce bloating, and even improve your mood. Imagine adding a sprinkle of feta to your salad or roasted vegetables and knowing you're not just adding flavor, but also supporting your digestive health. Because feta has such a bold taste, you don't need much to feel satisfied. This naturally encourages portion control and helps keep your calorie and sodium intake in check. If you're worried about salt, Try rinsing feta under cold water before eating. It can reduce the sodium content by up to 30%. This simple step makes feta a safer choice for anyone managing high blood pressure. Anecdote. A friend of mine, George, who grew up in a Greek family, always had feta on the table. Even in his 70s, he's active and rarely gets sick. He credits his strong bones and good digestion to the daily presence of feta in his meals. Example: picture a Greek salad, crisp cucumbers, juicy tomatoes, red onions, olives, and a handful of crumbled feta. Not only is it refreshing and full of flavor, but it's also a powerhouse of nutrients that support your bones, muscles, and gut. Swiss cheese, the bone and brain defender. Now let's talk about Swiss cheese, easily recognized by its iconic holes and mild, nutty flavor. Swiss cheese is a fantastic option for older adults, offering a range of health benefits that go beyond taste. One of its most impressive features is its low sodium content, just 54 milligrams per ounce, which is about 75% less than many other hard cheeses. If you're someone who loves cheese but needs to watch your salt intake, Swiss cheese lets you enjoy the flavor without the worry. Swiss cheese is also naturally low in lactose, thanks to its long aging process. This makes it a great choice for people who become more lactose sensitive with age. The specific bacteria used in making Swiss cheese, such as Propionibacterium freudenreichi, produce compounds during fermentation that have been shown to boost immune function in seniors. For example, if you find yourself getting sick more often or taking longer to recover from colds, adding Swiss cheese to your diet could help strengthen your defenses. Another key benefit is bone health. Swiss cheese provides about 200 milligrams of calcium per ounce, helping you meet the increased calcium needs that come with age-related bone density loss. It's also high in protein, nearly 8 grams per ounce, giving your body the building blocks it needs to maintain muscle mass and stay active. If you enjoy gardening, hiking, or playing with your grandchildren, strong bones and muscles are essential for keeping up with the activities you love. Swiss cheese is also rich in vitamin B12, which is crucial for brain health. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12, leading to memory problems or difficulty concentrating. Just 1 ounce of Swiss cheese provides almost 16% of your daily B12 needs, helping to keep your mind sharp and focused. Recent research suggests that the unique fatty acids in Alpine-style cheeses like Swiss may help reduce inflammation in older adults. And those famous holes? They're created by gas-releasing bacteria during aging, which also makes the cheese easier to digest. So the next time you see a slice of Swiss cheese, remember? It's not just tasty, it's also a smart choice for your health. Anecdote. My uncle, who's in his late 70s, switched to Swiss cheese after his doctor warned him about his blood pressure. He now enjoys it melted on steamed broccoli or in a turkey sandwich, and he says he feels sharper and more energetic than he has in years. Practical tip. Try adding a slice of Swiss cheese to a whole grain sandwich with turkey and spinach, or melt it over steamed broccoli for a comforting, nutrient-rich side dish. Goat cheese, the digestive and cognitive ally. Now, let's turn to goat cheese, a creamy, tangy cheese that deserves a permanent spot in your refrigerator after 60. Goat cheese is more than just delicious. It's one of the most nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and easily digestible cheeses available. The short and medium-chain fatty acids in goat milk are easier for your liver to process and less likely to be stored as body fat. This is especially important as your metabolism slows with age. Goat cheese also contains less casein, the main dairy protein that can cause digestive issues for some people, and lower levels of lactose, making it gentler on your stomach. If you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after eating cheese, goat cheese might be the answer. It's also rich in probiotics, which support immune health, aid digestion, and may even help regulate mood. As we age, our gut microbiome diversity tends to decrease, weakening our immune system and increasing inflammation. Goat cheese can help restore this balance naturally. It's also packed with zinc, which supports tissue repair and immune function, and selenium, which is important for thyroid health and antioxidant defense. Perhaps most importantly, goat cheese contains omega-3 fatty acids and a special form of vitamin A that support memory and cognitive function. Some research even suggests it may help prevent Alzheimer's disease and slow age-related cognitive decline. Goat cheese is also free from unnecessary additives and artificial ingredients. Unlike many processed cheeses, it's versatile too. Try it crumbled over salads, spread on whole-grain toast, or mixed into a veggie omelette. Anecdote: a retired teacher I know, Mrs. Evans, struggled with digestive issues for years. When she switched to goat cheese, she found her stomach felt lighter, and she even noticed her mood improved. Now she starts every morning with goat cheese on toast and a cup of green tea. Example: for a quick, healthy breakfast, spread goat cheese on a slice of whole-grain bread, top with sliced avocado and a sprinkle of black pepper. You'll get a creamy, satisfying meal that's gentle on your stomach and packed with nutrients. The 4 cheeses to avoid after 60. Now that we've covered the top 4 cheeses to include in your diet, let's turn to the ones you should avoid, especially if you're over 60. American cheese. The processed pitfall. American cheese comes in at number 4 on the avoid list. While it might remind you of childhood grilled cheese sandwiches, American cheese isn't really cheese at all. It's a processed product made by blending real cheese with emulsifiers, extra salt, artificial colors, and preservatives. Just one slice contains about 15% of your daily recommended sodium intake, which can be a real problem for older adults managing high blood pressure or heart conditions. Gut health is closely linked to immune function and inflammation, and the emulsifiers used to give American cheese its creamy texture can disrupt your gut flora. Processed cheeses also often contain synthetic phosphates, which can interfere with calcium absorption and contribute to bone loss, a serious concern for seniors. Studies have shown that these additives are linked to increased arterial calcification, speeding up the hardening of arteries that comes with age. There are plenty of better cheese options out there, so the convenience of American cheese just isn't worth the health risks. Anecdote: a friend's father, who loved American cheese on his burgers, developed high blood pressure and kidney issues in his 60s. When he switched to real cheese and cut out the processed slices, his blood pressure improved and he felt less bloated. Example: if you're used to making grilled cheese sandwiches with American cheese, try switching to whole-grain bread and a slice of Swiss or mozzarella. You'll get all the comfort with none of the hidden dangers. Blue cheese, the salty, moldy risk. Next is blue cheese. While it's often seen as a sophisticated choice, blue cheese can be risky for older adults. The blue veins are actually penicillium mold, which produces compounds like tyramine and histamine. Younger people can usually metabolize these substances quickly, but as we age, our bodies become less efficient, allowing these compounds to linger and potentially cause harm. A 2023 study in the journal Food Chemistry found that high tyramine intake in older adults can lead to migraines, spikes in blood pressure, and even heart rhythm problems. The mold in blue cheese also increases the risk of listeria contamination, especially in soft, unpasteurized, or improperly stored cheeses, a potentially life-threatening infection for those with weakened immune systems. Symptoms can be subtle at first, palpitations, headaches, or a flushed face, but can progress to chest tightness, ringing in the ears, and a sense of pressure, often mistaken for normal aging or stress. In reality, these symptoms may be due to a gradual decline in vascular health caused by neurotoxic overload. Blue cheese is also extremely high in sodium, over 400 milligrams per ounce, and when combined with its high fat content, it can quickly raise your risk of clogged arteries and high blood pressure. Many people don't realize that their favorite blue cheese could be the hidden cause of chronic headaches or stomach issues. Anecdote: a neighbor who loved blue cheese on his salads started experiencing frequent headaches and high blood pressure. His doctor suggested cutting out blue cheese, and within weeks, his symptoms improved. Example: if you love adding blue cheese to your salads, try substituting with a sprinkle of feta or goat cheese. You'll still get a burst of flavor, but with far fewer risks. Cream cheese, the sneaky triple threat. Cream cheese is another common culprit. It may seem harmless, soft, spreadable, and perfect for bagels, but it's actually high in saturated fat and low in protein, offering little nutritional value. Instead, it adds empty calories and encourages fat accumulation, especially around the abdomen. This is particularly problematic as metabolism slows and muscle mass decreases with age. Cream cheese is also prone to bacterial contamination, especially listeria, which is dangerous for older adults with weakened immune systems. The risk increases if cream cheese is left unrefrigerated, even for a short time. Many flavored varieties, like honey, walnut, or strawberry, add extra sugars, which can spike insulin, promote fat storage, and increase inflammation. For those over 60, cream cheese is a triple threat, high in fat, sugar, and potential bacteria. Anecdote: a retired nurse I know used to love bagels with cream cheese every morning. After learning about the risks, she switched to ricotta with fresh berries and noticed her energy levels and digestion improved. Example: instead of spreading cream cheese on your morning bagel, try mashed avocado with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of salt. It's creamy, satisfying, and much better for your heart and waistline. Processed cheese spreads, the ultimate danger. Finally, let's talk about processed cheese spreads, the kind that comes in tubs, jars, or foil-wrapped triangles. These spreads are perhaps the most dangerous of all, especially for people over 60. They combine the worst aspects of all the other cheeses: high levels of chemical additives, saturated fats, and extremely high sodium. The production process involves chemical processing, emulsification, and stabilization with synthetic ingredients like sodium phosphate, a preservative linked to kidney damage. Over time, these additives can strain your kidneys and even lead to kidney disease or failure. Processed cheese spreads also often contain trans fats, or partially hydrogenated oils, which are banned in many countries but still found in some budget products. Trans fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, lower good cholesterol, HDL, and dramatically increase your risk of heart attack and stroke. Despite their soft, creamy texture, these spreads are actually worse for you than hard cheeses. The synthetic chemicals can trigger inflammation and accelerate cognitive decline in older adults. If you have any of these spreads in your fridge, it's best to get rid of them right away. Anecdote: a family friend who loved cheese spreads on crackers at parties developed kidney issues in her late 60s. After her doctor explained the risks, she switched to hummus and homemade dips, and her kidney function stabilized. Example: if you're looking for a creamy spread, try hummus or a homemade bean dip instead. You'll get protein, fiber, and healthy fats, without any of the risks. Cheese as a friend, not a foe. Ultimately, cheese doesn't have to be the enemy of good health after 60. In fact, it can be one of the most enjoyable and beneficial parts of your diet. If you make smart choices, knowing which foods help slow the aging process and which ones speed it up is essential. Practical advice: next time you're at the grocery store, take a moment to read the labels. Choose cheeses with simple, natural ingredients and avoid anything with a long list of additives or preservatives. Try new recipes that feature mozzarella, feta, Swiss or goat cheese, and experiment with herbs, spices, and fresh vegetables to keep your meals exciting and nutritious. Final invitation: now we'd love to hear from you. How many of these cheeses do you eat regularly? Have you tried swapping out less healthy options for better ones? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love reading your insights. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest tips and updates. Thanks for watching.